In this video, I will talk about testosterone, what it is, why it's so low in average men today, and how to increase it. What is testosterone? Testosterone is a hormone that exists in men that essentially makes you a man. The more you have, the more effort feels good, the more masculine you feel, the deeper your voice gets, the easier it is for you to grow muscle, and there's a few other benefits I cannot remember. But the point is, testosterone is very good. Now, why is it so low in average men today? I think in a study, the average testosterone for men 20 to 30 was about 350 to 400. That is extremely low. In fact, I would even say the range that the doctors are saying, the 200 to 800 range, even 800 is too low. I would say the minimum for a high performance man is 1,000. The reason why it's so low is because there's so many things that are hurting us. For example, there's these things called estrogenics, where if you are in contact with them, you basically are touching estrogen material, and that hurts your testosterone. Do you know what those materials are? Plastics. Not plastic water bottles, not plastic soap or whatever. Any plastic, polyester clothing, plastic water bottles, plastic containers for the food in the supermarket. All of those things are causing you major damage to your testosterone, and they also have something called microplastic, which damage your organs, which is another side point. Another thing that hurts your testosterone is unhealthy foods. Sugar, sugar is a huge one, and seed oils. These two things essentially poison us to the point where our body struggles to even digest it, and that hurts your testosterone. Besides that, there are a few other things that are very basic that you can do for free. For example, sleep 8 hours a day. I'm sure we've all heard that sleep 8 hours a day, but you need to know how important it is. There was a study done that people felt the same happiness in gaining 1 hour of sleep than a $30,000 pay raise. The average person makes around $50,000, 50 to 60, and a $30,000 pay raise would increase their income by 40%. That means a 1 hour increase in sleep will make you as happy as being significantly wealthier. Sleep is very important for you. The second thing is to avoid most processed foods. I'm talking cakes, cookies, anything with refined carbs or sugar. Those two are the main killers. Besides those, there's also seed oils, which are essentially processed in hexane, which is a very toxic chemical, and a bunch of other stuff that all poisons our body. Some other things you can do to increase your testosterone are you can consume this one probiotic called L-reuteri. Dr. Berg mentions this in a few of his videos. It turns out most people today, over 90%, no longer have L-reuteri in our system. That is because of antibiotics and all these things that are injected in us. However, L-reuteri is extremely important for testosterone. The reason why is it actually doesn't impact testosterone directly. It makes your boys bigger. And there's one huge correlation. Bigger boys equals more testosterone, and less testosterone equals smaller boys. So I recommend consuming L-reuteri. You can consume this by either getting some sauerkraut, kimchi, some type of fermented food, or buying a yogurt maker and getting some L-reuteri startup powder. So that way you can ensure you're eating a lot every single day. There was a study done on rats where they injected old rats, old dying rats, with L-reuteri, and they ended up having significantly more libido and drive than even the younger rats that were not injected with L-reuteri. Another thing you can do is get some vitamin D or sunlight in your system. I personally take 20,000 IUs of vitamin D every single day, and I felt a huge difference in my mood but since I took it. I feel more happier and I feel more alert, whereas before I took it, getting out of bed felt more of a struggle. I recommend if you buy this, you can buy a cheaper version on Amazon for about 10 bucks or less. However, those have seed oils. If you're on a budget, I completely understand getting those, but I personally take a type of vitamin D that has no seed oils in it. And even when you take vitamin D, it's still recommended that you get some sunlight in your body. Taking a walk after a meal for 15 minutes is what I recommend, as I personally do that. I do a quick 15-minute walk, I feel a bit tired, and I'm getting more sunlight in me. Your shampoo and soap could be poisoning you and lowering your testosterone. A lot of them have all these harmful chemicals, such as sodium lauryl sulfate. That one is bad for a large amount of reasons, one of which is low testosterone. So make sure you're using natural soaps and shampoos. One more thing you can do to improve your testosterone is eating higher quality food. We mentioned eating less sugar and oils, and that will help, but that simply removes the poison from our body, removes the intake. If we want to increase it even more, we need to eat more healthier foods, such as eggs and red meat. That is all for this video. The reason I made this is because I learned a lot of this yesterday, And by teaching you, I am also teaching myself. I will see you in the next video.